Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm showing you exactly how to condense these long blocks of text using ChatGPT Canvas right here. So it's perfect for writers, students, or anyone who wants to tighten things up fast. You'll eventually learn throughout this video how to shrink these long text and paragraphs into key points, and you can also make summaries pop and keep your tone just right, and all of that in a few simple clicks. So stick around, and before we could even start with me guiding throughout this whole video about this one, just don't forget to check the pinned comment for further helpful guide, extra prompt examples, and bonus tips. All right, let's jump right into it. Okay, as you can see right here, I have a mock term paper right here. But then, for example, it was too long, too blocky of these paragraphs. It felt a little bit too, I don't know how it's called, tedious to write. I mean, to read everything just to understand, but not to worry, not to worry. There are a few methods along the way in how to polish and condense these blocks of text just to help you out. So, first off is to summarize a couple of paragraphs or a long paragraph or so. Now, with this specific one, we can just use this feature right here. Let me just do this one. Okay. As I select this certain paragraph, it pops up Ask ChatGPT right over here. Boom. And here you can put in whichever prompt or be specific on whatever you want to ask to ChatGPT. I have one right here. There we go. I would specifically ask, mind if you make this paragraph concise? And or you could say and summarize, or then summarize this. It depends on how the results would go. Let's go with this one. Oh, there we go. Okay, concise and summarize this. Then you could press enter or click this arrow button right here. There we go. It's currently processing. Now with the selected paragraph right here. Look, despite this, it can still load and process. There we go. Here we go. As you can see, right here in seconds, ChatGPT gives you a clean, concise version right here. Here's the old one. There we go. And here's the new version with the green highlight. Okay, and here's a bonus right here. It says, summary, the paragraph argues that the students in Battle Royale present the working class manipulated into conflict by a ruling elite to prevent unity, a direct critique of capitalist division and control tactics. So yeah, whichever method of summary, it depends on whichever would satisfy you even more. You could just say, make it concise, or you could say, please summarize this certain paragraph right here. Okay? And yep, that is about it. Okay, so why don't we talk about sentence cleanup? So there are two methods to do that. First up, simple as that, we could go with the adjust the length. Yep, not only you can just adjust the section, the whole thing, even sentences as well. Just look at this one. Okay, for example, I would like to adjust this particular sentence right here. Okay, so let's go to this one, then adjust length. There we go. What I'm gonna do is like tone it down a little bit. There we go. Then once you pick at a certain like range of that length from this one, the slider, click this one. All right, it's loading up. Just wait a bit more. Yep, as you can see right here, it's adjusted. And let me go over here. Yep, here we go. Here's the old length of that sentence, and here's the adjusted one in the green highlighted version right here. See, pretty cool. Also, there is the other one that I'll be showing you, and I'll be using this one right here. So let's say I want to adjust this sentence right here. Okay, I'm going to go to this one again, ask ChatGPT. Here's my prompt. There we go. I would say, please eliminate unnecessary or excessive words and phrases. There we go. Click, and then it's loading up. Wait for a bit while. Okay. It might take just seconds, and boom! Look at that. Here's the old one, and here's the new one. Simple as that. No excessive time waste right here. Here the difference. Voila. Now, if you find this video helpful so far, don't forget to subscribe to get notified whenever we post a new video. And if you could take just 2 seconds to smash that like button, it would help us get traction in the YouTube algorithm. All right, now we're down to the final stretch, which is to refine and polish. Okay, so here we have another lengthy paragraph right here. This one, let me just select that one. Okay, there are like a few ways to polish this one, or you could just rearrange that by asking ChatGPT like what type of arrangement for that same context. First off, here's the simple way, which is this one, add final polish right here. If it feels a little like wordy or lengthy or blocky, you could just click final polish with this paragraph, then click. Remember, it's by this corner right here. All right, it's loading up. Just wait for a while. And there it is. Okay. This is how it was arranged. There we go. Look at that. It was just reduced but kept like the same context. Look at this one. This one's a bit long. This one's kind of a bit reduced, just like I said. Still keeping the same context or subject. And also, there is another way to do this. And let me just select this again. And we're going to use this feature again. There we go. You could type like your prompt on what type of style would go with this section. Let me just say, okay, here's what I could do. Could you refine with bullet points on subtopics for this section / paragraph? All right. Once your prompt is all ready, you can click send or press enter. Boom. Okay. Now it's loading up. There we go. See right here. And yep, look at this one. And here's the result overall. Boom. Here we go. See, it's much cleaner as you see right here in comparison to the previous one. Let me just show you. Hold on. Where is... Oh, hold on. I think we might be missing... Okay. All right. This is the one, state ideology. And yep, here we go. This is the previous one right here, as you can see. And then we revert back here. There we go. Just so it'd be simpler to read and understand and get informed with this format. But it depends if you want this type of way of polishing with that section or paragraph. And yep, here we go. And that's about it, guys. Here, those are all of the ways that I just showed you throughout the whole video on polishing and refurbishing. There we go. Everything that I did right here, from like summarizing and everything, just to condense the text with the use of ChatGPT Canvas. All right. See you next time, everybody. Bye.